What's going on, everybody? Once again, 15 minutes a day, MG Fame Entertainment. Just coming in from the gym and feeling real good. So, wanted to address a topic that was brought to my attention that I think is a pretty good topic. It's in regards to men and women saying that they're looking for a good man or looking for a good woman. Well, I'm gonna be real honest with you. There's no such thing as a good man or a good woman until you've created them. What that means is there is no de facto standard, there's no blueprint, there's nothing out here that says a person needs to have X, Y, and Z in any chronological order in order for them to be deemed a good match for you. So in order for you to find a good anybody, that means one, you need to be realistic about what your goal is. Some of y'all are out here just running around looking for that physical attraction, that club love out there, drinking it up with your little sexy outfit on, just looking for somebody to make the headboard squeak. Yeah, I said it. That's what you're looking for. But that doesn't mean that you can turn good sex into a good mate. You have to start with the end in mind. What are you looking for? And in order for you to do that, that means you need to be accountable and responsible for you. What is it that you want out of that person? Women are always talking about, and the only reason why I'm saying women is because I'm a man and I don't date other men, so I don't know what that relationship is like. But men and women have a responsibility in any relationship setting, whether it's a long-term commitment, no strings attached, or whatever the case may be, but the end result is still the same. You got to be honest about what you want. If you're looking for somebody that's going to be there for you for the long term, then don't do some of the short-term objectives, like getting somebody, into your bed as soon as you can. That's ridiculous. Trying to turn a physical attraction into a mental attraction, it's about as ridiculous as trying to turn fat into muscle. You can't do both. You got to do one and then you got to do the other. If you're looking for a potential mate, what you have to do is you have to tell that mate what it is that you're looking for, and you have to be realistic. Stop worrying about what you think that person is expecting of you. You tell them what they're expecting. It's all about terms and conditions, just like a cell phone contract. A lot of y'all want to get those contracts. You want to get the jazzy little phone, but you don't want to read the fine print. Same way with relationships. You guys want to get you look at somebody, you see the big picture, but you haven't looked at the fine print. And then when the fine print doesn't agree with your goals, now all of a sudden you want to break the contract. That's phony and it's stupid. And we're looking at the reason why so many relationships are in dire straits right now, because that's what it is. People aren't being honest, and people talking about keep it real. First off, why would you want to have a conversation with somebody that you got to tell keep it real? Why would you want to talk to somebody that you have to remind that they need to be telling you the truth? That doesn't make any sense. So when we look at these relationships and we look at these social settings on what people are doing to get into relationships, it's all backwards and it's all wrong. You meet somebody on Facebook or you meet somebody on some website, people are online because there's a safety mechanism between them, the keyboard, the internet connection, and you. People can tell you anything online. People can tell you anything in a social setting. Why? Because there's this propensity in our social society to be accepted. Nobody wants to not be accepted. It's not socially accepted in our social society to not be accepted. That's the reason why they teach us to play nice together. On your job, they profess this thing called teamwork, but yet and still, we're all individuals. None of us are really working towards the same goal, because a lot of us have no idea what those goals are. We don't know why we're here. We're just trying to succeed in some kind of form or fashion. We think we know what we're doing, but at any point in time, that can change. Some of us think we all got to figure it out, but you know what? Get over yourself. Anybody's life can change at any point in time, and that right there is what makes us all equal. Any one of us can go out here and have a major car accident, have a major death in the family or anything, and we're going to be reduced to exactly what we are in this world. Very, very, very small products of it. We are very small products of this world. So once you get over yourself, you can begin to tell people exactly what you want out of this world. All these big eyes and little U's, I got my stuff all together. I got my stuff all together. When somebody says, I got here by myself, they are lying. It's a lie. Nobody got here by themselves. When someone says, I got here by myself, this is what they're saying. I got here without you and you're expendable. That's all that means. No one's out here printing their own money. The job that you go to, somebody had to give it to you. The house you got, somebody had to build it. Nobody got here by themselves. The education you had, somebody had to teach it to you. So our relationships are the same way. People get into these relationships and want to be all the domineering and control. That's not healthy, people. It's really not. So when you meet someone, and if you're looking for that physical attraction, and let's be real clear, sex is great. Being physically attracted to somebody is nice. Wanting to see someone and whatever that eye appealing thing is, it doesn't matter if you're a size 2 or a size 32. It doesn't matter what that is. Whatever's appealing to you, be comfortable with that. But don't put that off on somebody else as they need to be meeting that threshold because you said it. Set those terms and conditions up front. Give people an opportunity to be with you or not be with you. And those of you that don't meet that threshold, don't take it personally. If you want to play basketball and you're only 5'2", accept the fact that no one's going to pick you to be their starting forward. It's okay. I'm not saying accept defeat or anything like that, but I'm just saying be realistic about the expectations. If you know that you make $40,000 a year, there's no need in you going out and buying a $60,000, $70,000 car. That's the same thing with relationships. If you don't meet that threshold, don't put yourself out because it's only going to make you frustrated, and then it's going to have this cyclical effect. Cyclical meaning full circle. So you're going to be pissed off every day at your mate. Everybody that you come in contact with, you're gonna piss them off, and then they're gonna go off and be pissed off because you pissed off at them, and see what kind of big old mess is being made, all because people weren't honest up front. And let's be real clear, marriage and relationships aren't easy. Matter of fact, doing anything for the rest of your life isn't easy. Working out for the rest of your life isn't easy. Eating healthy isn't going to be easy for the rest of your life. So why do you think that being with somebody for the rest of your life is easy? That's ridiculous. So when you make a decision to be with somebody, be in it for the long haul and understand that the reason why we have good days and bad days is because we know which days those are. If you never had a bad day, how would you know what a good day was? When we get into a relationship with somebody, we're also getting into a relationship with ourselves. Why? Because there's certain things that everybody knows about us that we don't even know about ourselves, and then there's certain things that we know about ourselves that nobody else knows. And you got to be responsible and accountable for both of those. If someone tells you, hey, you know what, I don't particularly care for the way that you get on X, Y, and Z days, man, that's not the time to be like, I'm grown, I'm this, man, come on, man. If you respect who you're talking to, then take that as face value. And say, okay, I have a responsibility. Either I can continue to be around this person or not. But every time this person comes around, now there's this friction. What are we doing? Why do we want to continue to be around people that aren't healthy for us? And in a relationship, let's be absolutely clear. Your mate, their responsibility is not to agree with you all the time. That's not their responsibility. Their responsibility is to tell you the truth. And I know that and I know I'm gonna do another topic on truth one of these days, but I'm gonna have to do a lot more research on it, because the truth doesn't mean keeping it real. The truth is very subjective, just like anything in this world. Very few things in this world are objective, black and white. Me standing here talking to you is very objective. But what I'm trying to deliver, anybody can say, okay, well, he's not really, what he's saying isn't really true. He's just saying it because he has some dog in the fight. No, I'm saying this because I don't care. I'm so sick of hearing women and men talk about how there's no good men or good women out there. That's because you haven't made yourself a good catch. When you sit back on your hunches and expect everybody else to meet you on your standard, you're a bad catch. You're not even good. So for you to say that there ain't no good people left, that's very telling about who you are. When you make a decision that you're going to give people a pass for who they are, then that makes you a good catch. When you have gotten rid of that baggage, and I'm probably gonna have to do a topic on baggage as well, but when let me just talk about baggage real quick. Baggage is not because you have a past. We all have a past, and our brains work in a way where it helps us through exposures and experiences in life. If you drink too much alcohol and you pass out, that's your brain trying to help you save itself from itself. Well, when you're exposed and you experience certain things in life, your brain builds up filters and it tries to help you not go through bad situations again. So when you meet someone that has baggage, that is just a product of your filters, not theirs. If you see someone that isn't conducive to you, that doesn't mean that they have baggage. That just means you experienced something else. That's a deal breaker for you. Move on. You ain't got to try and fix nobody or empty their baggage. That's not your responsibility, because you don't have no authority to do that. People can only fix themselves when they get good and ready to fix themselves. You can't fix nobody. You can't lead nobody to the promised land, and you can't fix nobody. Get over yourself. Now, if you try to help them by saying what you need to say, yeah, say what you need to say and be done with it. If you say what you need to say and you think that it's going to help them and they don't take that as good information and use it, then go on with your life. You can't go on with their life. So that baggage that we're talking about that people are carrying is nothing more than your baggage. You can't make nobody do nothing. So when you're talking about that there is, a de facto standard for what a good mate is, that's your baggage. You looking through your bag to try and find, okay, this is a good thing. This is what you need to have. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. Stop putting that heavy weight on people. Stop putting that baggage on people. We all have a past. We all have some things that we're not particularly happy about. But that doesn't mean that life stops for us. Life is all about how we make it and how we deal with it. Life is going to happen with you or without you. Your only responsibility is how you deal with it. You can't stop nothing. So when it comes to that baggage, when it comes to that was a good mate, that is all about you, how you deal with it. And one of these days, when people start to realize that, then and only then will things change. But until then, everyone's going to still keep pointing the finger. People are going to still keep burning down people's self-esteem. Why? Because we haven't become accountable and responsible for what we find important in ourselves. Once you find out what's important to you, then and only then can you articulate that to your potential mate. And then we become good. 15 minutes a day, MG Fame Entertainment.